Mount Everest. A name synonymous with adventure, challenge, and the ultimate test of human endurance. It stands as a beacon for those who seek to push their limits, to explore the boundaries of what is possible. The mountain's very name evokes a sense of awe and respect, a symbol of nature's grandeur and the human spirit's resilience. Towering over 29,000 feet above sea level, its summit pierces the sky, a siren song to climbers around the world. The journey to its peak is not just a physical challenge, but a mental and emotional one as well. Each step taken on its slopes is a testament to the climber's determination and willpower. For many, it represents the pinnacle of achievement, a chance to stand on top of the world. Reaching the summit is a moment of triumph, a culmination of years of preparation, training, and sacrifice. It's a dream realized, a goal achieved, and a story to be told for generations. But Everest is also a harsh mistress, unforgiving and unpredictable. The weather can change in an instant, turning a clear day into a deadly storm. The mountain's conditions test even the most experienced climbers, pushing them to their limits and beyond. Its slopes are littered with the bodies of those who dared to dream too big, a stark reminder of the mountain's power. These fallen climbers serve as a somber reminder of the risks involved, a testament to the mountain's unforgiving nature. Each piece of abandoned gear tells a story of ambition, struggle, and sometimes tragedy. The air thins with every step, oxygen a precious commodity. Climbers must rely on supplemental oxygen to survive the thin atmosphere, each breath a struggle. The lack of oxygen affects the body and mind, making every decision critical. Temperatures plummet to unbearable lows, and howling winds threaten to rip climbers from their precarious holes. Frostbite is a constant threat, and the cold seeps into the bones, sapping strength and willpower. The mountain's environment is as much an adversary as the climb itself. Avalanches, crevasses, and altitude sickness are constant threats lurking around every corner. Each step must be taken with caution, each decision weighed carefully. The mountain demands respect, and any lapse in judgment can be fatal. Yet despite the risks, the allure of Everest remains strong, drawing adventurers like moths to a flame. The mountain's call is irresistible, a challenge that beckons to the brave and the bold. For those who answer, the journey to Everest is more than a climb. It's a quest for greatness, a pursuit of the extraordinary. Beck Weathers, a pathologist from Texas, was one such adventurer. Known for his resilience and unyielding spirit, Beck was not just any climber. He was a man on a mission to reclaim his life. Driven by a deep-seated desire to conquer his own personal demons, he set his sights on Everest. The mountain, with its towering peaks and treacherous paths, symbolized the ultimate challenge, a test of both physical endurance and mental fortitude. Battling depression and a sense of unfulfillment, he sought solace in the challenge of the mountain. The isolation and the sheer magnitude of Everest offered him a unique escape, a place where he could confront his fears head-on. Climbing became his therapy, a way to push his limits and confront his inner turmoil. Each ascent was not just a physical journey, but a deeply personal one, where every step forward was a step away from the shadows that haunted him. Weathers trained relentlessly, preparing his body and mind for the grueling climb ahead. His days were filled with intense physical training, mental conditioning, and meticulous planning, all aimed at ensuring he was ready for the monumental task. He joined Rob Hall's Adventure Consultants expedition, a team of experienced climbers led by one of the world's most respected mountaineers. The camaraderie and shared goal of reaching the summit provided him with a sense of belonging and purpose. With each step closer to Everest, Weathers felt a renewed sense of purpose, a glimmer of hope that he could overcome the darkness within him. The journey was not just about reaching the summit, but about finding himself, proving that he could rise above his struggles and emerge stronger. The 1996 climbing season on Everest would prove to be one of the deadliest in history. As Weathers and his team ascended the mountain, a monstrous storm began to brew, its fury hidden within the clouds. The air grew heavy with moisture, and the wind howled like a banshee, signalling the impending danger. On May 10th, as the climbers neared the summit, the storm struck with full force. Hurricane-force winds lashed the mountain, blinding snow reduced visibility to a mere feet, and temperatures plummeted to life-threatening lows. The climbers were caught in a maelstrom, their carefully laid plans shattered by the mountain's wrath. Disoriented and struggling to survive, Weathers and several other climbers became separated from their group. Blinded by the snow and suffering from severe frostbite and hypothermia, Weathers collapsed just a few hundred meters from the South Col, his body shutting down. His companions, believing him to be beyond saving, made the agonizing decision to leave him behind, focusing their efforts on reaching safety themselves. As darkness descended and the storm raged on, Weathers lay exposed on the unforgiving slopes. His body temperature plummeted, his breathing shallow and labored. To all those who knew him, he was as good as dead. But deep within the recesses of his mind, a faint flicker of life persisted. Section 5. A Miraculous Awakening. After nearly 18 hours exposed to the elements, Weathers experienced a miraculous surge of consciousness. Driven by an unknown force, he awoke to find himself encased in ice, his right hand useless, his face a frozen mask. He was alone, surrounded by the frozen bodies of his fellow climbers. The storm had abated, revealing a scene of utter devastation. The once familiar landscape was now a foreign and hostile environment. Yet, despite his dire circumstances, Weathers felt a surge of determination. He would not die on this mountain. He would fight his way back to life. Section 6. The Harrowing Descent. Fueled by an indomitable will to live, Weathers began his perilous descent. Half-blind, frostbitten and delirious, he stumbled and crawled his way down the treacherous mountain. Every step was a monumental effort, his body screaming in protest. He encountered other climbers, some alive, some already lost to the mountain. He drew strength from their presence, knowing that he was not alone in his struggle. As he neared Camp 4, his hope grew stronger. He could see the tents in the distance, a beacon of salvation. Section 7. An Unprecedented Rescue. News of Weathers' survival reached Camp 4, sending shockwaves through the exhausted and grieving climbers. His miraculous return from the dead was nothing short of a miracle, but his ordeal was far from over. He needed immediate medical attention, and the conditions on the mountain made evacuation impossible. In an unprecedented feat of aviation, a daring helicopter rescue was attempted. Battling high winds and thin air, the pilot managed to land on a narrow ridge near Camp 4, and Weathers was carefully loaded on board. As the helicopter lifted off, carrying him away from the death trap of Everest, a collective sigh of relief swept over the mountain. Section 8. The Price of Survival. Weathers' survival came at a heavy price. He had suffered severe frostbite to his hands, nose and face, requiring extensive reconstructive surgery. His right arm had to be amputated below the elbow, and he lost several fingers. The physical scars were a constant reminder of his ordeal, but they paled in comparison to the mental and emotional toll the experience had taken. He was plagued by survivor's guilt, haunted by the faces of those who had not been so lucky. The trauma of that fateful day on Everest would forever be etched in his memory, a constant shadow lurking in the background. Section 9. The Indomitable Spirit. Despite the physical and emotional challenges he faced, Weathers refused to be defined by his experience on Everest. He embraced his second chance at life with a newfound appreciation for the fragility of human existence. He dedicated himself to sharing his story, inspiring others to overcome their own personal mountains. His story became a testament to the indomitable spirit that resides within us all, the will to live that can overcome even the most insurmountable odds. He proved that even in the face of death, hope can endure and the human spirit can triumph. Section 10. Everest's Enduring Lesson. Mount Everest stands as a monument to human ambition and the enduring power of the human spirit. Its towering peaks and treacherous slopes have long captivated the hearts and minds of adventurers from around the globe. It is a place of both triumph and tragedy, a stark reminder of the delicate balance between life and death. Each year, climbers face the mountain's harsh conditions, risking everything for a chance to stand on its summit. Beck Weathers' story is but one of many that illustrate the mountain's allure and its unforgiving nature. His miraculous survival against all odds is a testament to human resilience and the will to survive. It teaches us that true strength lies not in physical prowess, but in the depths of our will to live. The mountain's challenges force climbers to dig deep within themselves, discovering reserves of strength they never knew they had. It reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, hope can endure, and the human spirit can prevail. The stories of those who have conquered Everest inspire us to believe in our own potential, and it challenges us to confront our own personal Everest, to push beyond our perceived limits and discover the true potential that lies within us all. Whether it's a physical challenge, a personal goal, or an emotional journey, Everest symbolizes the ultimate test of our endurance and determination.